What is up, everybody? How you doing today? This is your boy Mike, and man, I'm happy to be here. Oh my god, I'm happy to be here today with you guys. I'm sitting in the studio, as you can see, sitting in my studio. Got a blue background. Wait, there we go. We got the blue background in the studio. I got my Costco salmon with me. Yeah, I've been doing some working out lately. Getting my figure back. I'm trying to catch up to Alex. Alex is trying to take my crown, son. Trying to take my crown. I ain't letting Alex take that crown. So I got to get my body right back. So anyway, we got to give a shout out before we even get started with the show. First of all, I got to eat a slice of some salmon stomach. We got to give a shout out to all the people in the chat. No audio issues today. Speaking of giving a shout out to all the people in the chat, we got our boy Elijah, who is in the chat, who is already judging me. What's up, Elijah? How you doing, man? We got Elijah in the chat. He is also our moderator, y'all. Elijah is probably one of the best moderators I've ever seen, and he's also a really cool guy. And he knows that his first drink or meal is on me whenever he gets to Korea, unless he gets from somebody else. We also got, that's right, take that picture, Alex. We got Amy J up in the house, straight from my home state, Georgia. Wait, Amy, you're from Aiken. Well, it's okay. Well, same thing. So what's up? Jay John, what is up? Welcome to the stream. We got Yashastri always popping through saying what up. Chrissy, welcome back to the stream. I'm telling you, bro, we're getting better. The only place we can go from here, Elijah, is all the way up. Yeah, what's up, Mark? Yeah, I saw that Eddie Van Halen passed away. That surprised me. I was like, wow, Van Halen? So I know I have a few friends that are pretty down about that, man. I mean, he's a legend. So all the legends always pass, which surprised me that Prince and Michael Jackson died when they did. But anyway, big shout out to Cam in the house. We also got Intech in the house. And of course, my girl Mesme is in the house, which I said what's up in the chat, but I got to say what's up to you again, girl. What's up? We got Keith up in the house. I got my juice. And even though I'm saying what's up to everybody else in the chat, we also got somebody else who is in the show. What's up, Raja? How you doing? We got someone else who's in the show. My boy, your boy. We got the man Alex Seacrest. Alex Seacrest is right now. He's around. He's in the perimeter. He's just not here. So we're gonna bring him in, and today our topic. I'm really excited. I'm digging like these topics that we're getting into these days. We got some good topics. This is why I love the whole podcast style, because there's so much I want to say, so much I want to talk about, and other than like 5 ways to get to Korea, 5 jobs for you, 5 reasons you shouldn't come to Korea. Like, we actually talk about some fun stuff now. So today's topic is how to be popular in Korea, or how not to be a loser in Korea. And so again, we got my boy, my co-host, we got Alex Seacrest. How you doing, Alex?
I'm live. Putting up here. I'm doing good.
Did I catch you off guard? My bad. So y'all, that might cost you a little bit of money. Right there, you got a free show right there of the chesticles. So
they're right there. Hey, everyone, what's up? If you don't know me, my name is Alex Seacrest, and I'm Mike's partner in crime, partner in everything except his marriage.
That's right. We not those type of partners, but we are partners.
Yeah, good to be here. Good to hang out. I've been thinking about this topic. Been busy as hell. And you said you had salmon?
Yeah, man. So after school today, I went to the gym and did a CrossFit workout. So I went home and got myself to get back up and came to the gym. Went to the gym, did a CrossFit workout. So it was handstands, 30-second handstand, clean squats, or squat cleans, and toes to the bar.
Oh, dang. Yeah. Good for you. I snuck in a workout. What was it? It was like a 12-minute quick workout. It was what are they called? Cleans? Power cleans from bottom, so that's from the ground to your, I guess, chest.
Oh yeah,
push-ups and air squats, and so I see your salmon, and I match you eggs and broccoli, because that's why I was like, hey, yo, I need like 5 or 10 minutes, man, and I didn't even get my first bite yet. So
I'm sorry. Here you go, Alex. You can go ahead and step out and then I'll go ahead and take this. No, you
got
want
it.
to eat.
I'm here. Shut up.
See, I feel okay. I'm sorry. I thought you looked all ready. I saw you button up the shirt, and I was like, no, we gotta put Alex on the show now because that's gonna bring in so many more viewers, so many more subscribers when they see Alex's manly chest.
I'm matching my futon that I just bought, apparently.
No,
so that's legit.
It's a comfy futon, dude.
It is. It's nice. I'm finally an adult. I haven't finished because we've been busy all week. Xander and I have some videos coming out. Unfortunately, not fast enough, but we got caught up on work basically. And that couch that I got, Mike.
Yeah.
I am adulting, but I still have my couch that I haven't set up yet. I got like a new cabinet. I got futons for when guests come over now, so they're not just sleeping on like a couch and hurting their back. I'm adulting, but I haven't cleaned up yet. So you guys only get this.
That's what's up, man.
That hoodie don't even look good. Get this out of here.
My boy Alex is adulting, y'all. He's adulting. Nice pajama pants.
Oh yeah. I showered and I'm adulting. I'm making my own meals. I just found out like some people at my CrossFit gym don't even make their own meals. I'm like, how?
Dang. No, you got to
once a week.
We got Ren Curry up in the house. What up, Ren? How you doing?
Hey.
So our topic today: how to be cool, or excuse me, what was it? How to be popular in Korea / how basically not to suck. How not to be a loser in Korea.
Well, that's easy. You just do a mukbang. Aren't we doing a mukbang right now? Is this technically a mukbang?
We're technically doing a mukbang. So, tell me, are you ready to start this topic? Are you ready to start talking about this?
Dude, I am ready whenever you're ready.
Okay.
I'm reading my comments down here though, so if I keep looking away.
Okay. Before we get started, what would you define popular?
As popular in general?
We'll say popular in general, and then what is popular in Korea?
Popular is something that's defined by your age group, but it's generally saying the people who have the best reputation in that age group. So in high school, if being an athlete in your school is cool and you're like the star athlete, you're popular. In college, if you're like, I don't even know what college is for cool, but you've got the best house off campus, you are the most fun at the bars, that can make you popular. And get out, and then it starts becoming like someone with the most money, or someone with the coolest car, or someone who's just fun to be around, or a really nice person that everyone likes. The good news is when you become adult, which is kind of where we became, we're talking about this cool subject in Korea. When you become adult, there are tons of ways to be popular within different communities. So for example, I could be popular in like our YouTube community between our YouTube friends, but I'm not popular at the book club down the street because, So it's all kind of, it separates a little bit. So that's kind of the nice thing about being cool as an adult is like you don't have to be cool everywhere. But it's just where you have the best reputation.
Yeah.
Simply put.
I had to pop this up by Mesmish. What were you guys in high school? Because we had definitely fell into our groups. I know I did. I would say as a high school kid, I was the
nerd,
kind of like the anime nerd, the black kid who wanted to hang with all the Asians. But it wasn't always like that. It wasn't until maybe 11th grade I stopped hanging with my one group of friends just because it was just super negative. Like we were kind of always like basically dissing each other all the time, and it was fun. But then at some points it got too much to where it really started to affect my self-esteem. And it was just one day I sat next to this guy in chemistry. His name was Paul Park, and
you got his name memorized.
Oh yeah, that was my boy, man. And Paul, he invited me to do Taekwondo because I was doing like a karate. He invited me to do Taekwondo, so I went with him. And then like a month later, he was like, "Yo, you want to come to my church?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So then I started going to his church. So then I started going to a Korean church as a high schooler, right? After that, I always hung with the Korean students all the time. I loved it.
All right.
But I know you were popular though. You were that man Either
No
that,
way,
or,
man.
either that, or you was the Green Day kid.
No, because I went to an all boys school, so popularity again is defined
Oh, you
differently
went
from
to a
where you
boys'
are.
school. Ooh.
So I was sort of like the floater. You guys know the floater, right? He was like
Oh
friends with
yeah.
every group. You know, he had his core
Mm-hmm.
group. He played a little football, played lacrosse, did cross country. I was on like a couple of nerd clubs. I was on the what did I do? Like the school newspaper. I did In the Know, which was our quiz bowl.
Uh huh. Uh
Um,
huh.
you know, I was a smart kid,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't like a I don't know how to call it, like a dorky smart kid. I mean, I was
Uh
definitely
huh.
dorky, but not like the stereotypical glasses, nerdy,
Uh
you
huh.
know,
Uh huh. Uh
who
huh. Uh
made
huh.
every character on every Star Wars there ever was. I wasn't that. So I was that. I was like, you know, who's Alex? Like, oh, he's cool. He's cool. I don't know. He's cool. And like that would be the response. Not like, yo, that guy's
Uh-huh.
dope or that guy's a loser. Just, oh yeah, he's cool. I was a floater.
But that's different now, baby. Mm. We so different now.
Oh, we're so different now.
We're
I
so
think
different now.
I'm more pop punk now than I was then. Oh no, that's not true. I did go through my preppy pop punk emo phase. Definitely the long sleeve t shirt with another
Uh-huh.
t shirt on top of it, multiple colors, multiple layers. I was cool in my
Oh
mind
my god, mid 2000s. Oh my god,
then.
that was an era. I remember. Oh man, what was it? Like around 2003 or 2004. Like I started listening to Linkin Park, and then I
Oh
started
my
listening to
god.
more Papa Roach, and it was so weird for my friend because I was mostly hanging with like tons of other uh black students as well, like black
Right,
male
right.
students. And so like I started listening to like rock, and then they were like what you like why are you listening to rock? And I was like I couldn't help it. There was
Yeah.
something about I think it was what song was it? It was one of my good friends. He was also a black guy. Introduced me to Linkin Park, and I was like, yo, this is pretty dope. And then I think it was you remember MTV2.
Hmm.
So I was preparing for school one morning, and then it was on MTV2, and System of a Down. It was
Yeah.
Chop Suey. And I watched Chop Suey, and I was like, "Oh my god, I love rock!" And it was at that point. So then I started to become a lot different from my other friends. But
Yeah. I
wow,
mean, that's true. We find our different motivations. That's so weird watching me eat broccoli. I'm such a weirdo. But yeah, we find different motivations. Something clicks, and it's like we kind of move friends almost. We become
mm-hmm.
someone completely different.
Yeah,
Um, but I've always been the same though, in a way. Like I've always done a lot of different things. Been friends
uh-huh.
with a lot of people and kept a small, close core group that I'm always trying to be there for. But
Yeah,
you know, what am I doing now? I mean, I'm doing YouTube, radio, CrossFit. Um, I mean, we were doing a lot more before COVID happened.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But I used to do like all the different language exchanges in Korea. I was kind of part of a running club. I used to do a whole bunch. I'm still kind of that mentality, except now COVID, I'm not.
Yeah. I'm looking at our chat. We have a lot of people also just kind of chiming in as to what they were. We got on the go. On the go is a floater. By the way, on the go.
Yeah.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for actually tuning in. Thanks for the Instagram message. We also our girl Mesme was a band nerd, so she played the clarinet.
Mm-hmm.
We got Mark from the great land of Australia, down under. I'm gonna start singing Toto. Anyway, he was a geek and loved '80s music.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 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 yes,
I got
yes.
along. I think that was one of my tighter cliques in high school. Like I had friends that were there from freshman or from like elementary through high school
Uh huh.
that were my tightest. But then my next one was like the nerds and like the quiz team. And we were super dorks, but we still kind of get pizza like every Thanksgiving when I can go home.
Uh huh. Uh
So
huh.
we're still like a tight clique about that. We used to play Risk late at night. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Like that's the thing, man. Like I wasn't out. I liked girls and I liked seeing the high school football games, but I loved
Yeah.
a good Risk with the boys too.
Yeah.
Usually, yeah, you go out and meet girls and then you come back home and then because I wasn't like pool partier. That was not my scene, I guess. Go out and
Yeah.
then hang out at home and play Risk until like 4 in the morning.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I miss some things in high school, man. I wish I can kind of go back to the mid 2000s at times. Oh my God.
Yo, that was the day, man. That's like they got to make their own Wonder Years or Boy Meets World, like looking back on those times and just be like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, pull on those heartstrings in like 10 or 15 years. They got to make that for us.
Mm-hmm. I'm waiting
I'll
for
give them all
that.
my money. Give them all my money.
Mm. We have some. I'm loving the chat. We got some interesting people in the chat. I love it, guys. Okay, so now we're gonna shift the question now,
Okay.
which I
Korea,
think we
right?
kind of What is popular in terms of what is popularity in terms of Korea?
Mm. Let's start with us.
Okay.
Let's start with foreigners because I think we can get into a longer topic with what's popular in Korea for Koreans.
Yeah.
And also what's popular as a foreigner. Like, can you be more popular with the Korean community than the foreigner community? And the
That's
answer
a different type.
is a resounding yes.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But so my personal definition of what makes a cool foreigner is so the people that I like to hang out with, the people that I enjoy, are kind of the people who are even floaters between the Korean community and the foreigner community. They have friends in both. They don't ostracize one. They don't stay only in Itaewon, but they also they don't only have Korean friends at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one part of it. The other part is they're to you and me, man. They're accomplishing stuff, and maybe that's because we're in our 30s. But it's like the people that like really knocked out of the park with their business, their social media.
Yep.
People that they got their life together, usually late 20s, early 30s, and they're crushing it. I think that's a big thing for someone who's been in Korea for 5 or 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Also, anyone who's in their 30s. So I think that's kind of our point in our life. Like, who's cool? People who are nice, people that are achieving things.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
I gotta agree with you. I gotta agree with you because when I think about that as well, like there's so many people, like so many foreigners, right, in Korea, right? The ones who I can think of on the top of my head, they're the ones who either they own some kind of business, they are out doing stuff in the community.
Yeah.
And they're getting their face out there. And I think those are also the people who, like, they might be, in which you could be popular in the foreign community, you could be popular in the Korean community, but there's also, you can be popular in both, right? Because I would say more so in the past than now, but even like looking at Sam Mochidi, right? He was very popular among the foreigners, and he was popular with the Koreans, right? These days it's a little bit different, but there are also many other people who are doing really well with both groups of people, which I would say, Alex, when I first met you, you were really popular with Koreans. Matter of fact, you still are.
I am. Sometimes.
Guys, Alex is seriously popular with Koreans. If I could just brag on this guy for a second. So, he's been on TV. And you guys know he's been on TV. He's been on TV. Even before I met him, he was on Korean TV. And then, he was on Anya Haseo. And then him, myself, and Mesmi when we were on the Korean Bros. And like all their stuff. Yeah, Mesmi's like he's on book covers as well. Alex, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on, I gotta get it. Wait for it.
Oh my god.
Wait for it.
Get it. Go get it.
Wait. Where's that book? It's coming. Here it goes. Found it. So, Alex, guys, I'm telling y'all. Right here. This man. Sorry, wrong person. Oh, there it goes. Backwards. This guy right here. That's Alex. See? Looks just like him, doesn't it? Easy English, y'all.
I got to put my hair up.
Y'all. He's in Pira too?
Oh,
His Korean is really good.
I'm in a band. Does that make? We gotta talk about that too. I am doing stuff that used to be cool, and now I'm like 30-year-old. Like I miss doing those things. I will tell you this. I was out filming just an English video kind of thing, like business English, and I walked in, and the guy's like, "Oh, Korean Bros." I'm like, "Man, we stopped doing that like 2 years ago." But like all the producers that are making videos, they all know us because in that community, that was a successful YouTube channel, especially 2 or 3 years. I mean, it's still doing well, and they have different channels doing well. But at that time, it was like peaking with you and Mesme and me and Laura and James
that whole group, right?
Like at that peak too.
Yeah.
And that was dope. I missed it too because Johnny was in it. Vanessa and Cassie, like all those cool people were in it, but like at one point they were the model that everyone was trying to follow. And so all the people that produce now, like this was someone's studio we went to, they all like recognized that and probably learned something from them on the way up. So luckily we kind of rode that cool for a little bit too. I got into a club for free because of that. That was great.
Are you serious?
I think it was me. Yeah, it was me, Cedric, Mika, and Mika's wife. And we all got into a club for real, like one of those hip hop clubs, like Ascension or something. And the guy recognized me. He's like, "Yo, come on in." And I'm like, "All right, cool."
My man.
Like I wouldn't pay $20 for a hip hop club. I love hip hop, but I'm in my. I think it was 30 something. Like I'm not paying to get into a club anymore.
So you're basically Oppa.
Well, now with my age, I mean, I'm up there.
Oh yeah, Oppa. All
right, wait. I've been talking a bit. What is cool to you, or at least add on to what you think cool might be, and from your point of view as Mike?
As my point of view, from my experience, from what I've seen in South Korea as a foreign guy, I would say being cool in Korea, yes, you can be cool with foreigners and Koreans. I found that for me, because I didn't really get that exposure that you did. Like I got the Korean Bros and I got my own channel. I found myself being more popular with foreigners. Because like sometimes even when I'm with, and this is just from YouTube guys, but even when I'm like walking in Hongdae sometimes, I'll like give people like, "Oh, you're on YouTube, right? You're on YouTube." And I'm like, "Yep," but no one can remember my name. Like, you're on YouTube, right?
That's so common.
Oh yeah, I'm that guy. So like, and so like I found that like doing YouTube, definitely depending on your audience, obviously you're gonna have more reach. Well, I guess what surprises me that there were a lot of Korean or foreigners who actually recognized me in Korea.
Yeah.
But then also I got recognized back home too.
Dang.
And that's surprising. I was in North Carolina. I went to God, what's that? What's the stationery store? Not Office Depot. Staples. I went to Staples. And the guy was like, "Yo, aren't you on YouTube?" And I was like, "Bro, are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then like I went to shopping at an outlet, and I passed by this one girl, her mom, and she was like, she's like, "Oh my God!" She's like, "You're on YouTube." And then my mom was with me, and I was like,
"That's so dope."
I was like, "Yeah." My mom was like, "Oh, you're popular," and I was like. But I just felt I was on a cloud nine. I was on cloud nine right there. So I would say popularity for me was getting out in the community and getting my message out there, especially when it's about Korea, because I feel like it's a bubble. It's a bubble. Like people who are in, like if you're gonna do content and it's for Korea but in English, it's a bubble. The people who like know you, who like you. Versus like if you're in like doing videos for like in Korean for Koreans, then like that's not really a bubble because it's so big, right? You live in Korea doing content in Korean.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a higher chance for you to be popular with that. So I feel like for me, it's more like a niche audience versus you're the man.
No. Oh man, I got to jump off your story and add 2 things. One, so my cousins, the people at home, like often don't know what like we do, especially like in the radio and like TV and YouTube industry. Like at least for you, people can be like, "Hey, he's a teacher over there and he does YouTube on the side." But for me, my cousins, and they're all like, "What does he do?" We don't even know what he does. And then one day, my uncle was out golfing, and like he said he met this Korean guy or something, and the Korean guy, he's like, "Oh yeah, my son's in Korea." Yeah. And he like showed a picture or something, and he was like, "Yo, that's Alex." And like forever, they think I'm like an actual super celebrity here. because it's like, yo, this guy from Columbus, Ohio recognized my nephew. And I'm like, that saved me from a lot of questions from then on. Like, really, what are you doing with your life, Alex? Not because it's true that I'm a super celebrity here, but like,
It's true.
I've never been recognized at home though. You have. That's pretty impressive. I've heard that from people like Brad from Busker be like, he's popular here, and then he walks off the plane in America, and no one knows him outside of maybe LA or something.
Yeah,
I thought that's kind of cool. Like you can just kind of you can leave your popularity. You're not like Tom Cruise, and like anywhere you go, you're Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
But if you're cool in Korea and you leave Korea, you can often like escape that too. I got a question for you, Mike.
What's up?
And I got a question for anyone out there who's in Korea as a foreigner.
Ask this question.
Okay, so anyone out there who's living in Korea, and Mike and me, the question is, how many times have you seen a foreigner you recognize in the street who's got like some level of popularity or is well known in the community, and just kind of like look at him or her and be like, should I? Nah, and then just like walk right past him. But you're kind of like the whole day, you're like, that was Dave, right? That was Dave, right? Like, because we never acknowledge each other. We all know that we know each other. Like, that community is not so big. But yet, we all kind of like try to play it cool. Like,
yeah.
Man, that's Amy. That's Amy. That's her. And like, because I know though, they'll do that to you too. I'm assuming. I've never seen it happen, but like, people have seen your face before, and they'll just kind of walk by, and it's like, we have this weird like non-acknowledgement thing as foreigners in Korea.
I know what you mean. Yes, I walked through Hongdae one time and walked right by Megan. What's Megan's last name? Bowen. So I walked by Megan Bowen, and like I think I met her the previous year, and then when I walked by her, she didn't remember me, and I was like, okay. Which I think now she knows me just because we're kind of like in the same friendship circle in a way, right? But no, I've met her then, and then I remember going to. Do you remember? Like I think it was like the first Soul Tube, and I ran into what's his name? Oh, he did the interviews.
Oh, Sharoon?
Not Sharoon.
Before Sharoon?
It's Korean.
See, that's how you know you're popular, when people start name dropping you randomly. You mean Sharoon?
I know, right?
He had his heyday here.
Oh, what's his name?
Interviews. Oh, Heechulism?
Yeah, Heechul. Yeah. I ran into him there, and I was like, oh, snap, it's Heechul. So then I remember taking a picture with him and everything, because I was like, oh, yeah, basically said Asian boss. When we met, oh God, my brain is killing me. What's his name? Not Steve. K. When we were at the one Diet TV thing, and then we hung out with K a little bit. And I was like, okay, K's really cool. I like K a lot.
Yeah, man, they're legit. K was really nice when we met him, but whenever I meet a celebrity or try to meet us, my style is always play it cool, man. It's like you've always been here before. I forget who said it. It was some football coach or whatever. Like, if you score a touchdown, just pretend you've been in the end zone before. You know, you don't gotta like show off to everybody. Just be like, if you meet a celebrity, just be like, "Oh yeah, cool. How's your week been?" Instead of like, "Oh my God, I love your channel. Hi."
Yeah, right. It's like, oh, hi. Oh my God. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. The best day of my life. Like they get kind of freaked out too. Like I remember seeing Dave, and when I saw Dave, I was just like, it's Dave. I could say hello, or I could just be cool. And you know what I did? I didn't either. I just was like,
cool?
I mean, I was cool. I just didn't say anything. I didn't go over to him.
I generally only go up if there's a connection. If there's like, it's great if a friend is there and you're like, hey, yo, let's meet this guy, and like they know each other. But I think unless it's a networking event, there is some sort of still respect for privacy. Like if you're a super fan, by the way, I'm not saying don't go up and meet like your favorite. If I met Ryan Reynolds, I would be crying and like trying to hug him. So if you really care, like you really like somebody, you just go up and say hi.
Yeah.
But if you're in the same field or like, you're also a YouTuber, but maybe less or whatever, yeah, it's like it's not necessary to fanboy or fangirl to that extent. Just
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I never could get around to it.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
even fangirl fanboy. Like I think it's also like that was my nature in high school too. If it tells you a little about my high school cool factor is like I didn't really care if the cool people were at the party. Like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go up and talk to them or try to be their friend. I wasn't mean to them. They weren't mean to me. I just didn't mean anything if I was their
Yeah.
friend. It was like it was cool to
Yeah.
say, "Hey, what's up, man? How you been?" And that was it. But I
Yeah.
never went out of my way to be like, "Yo, that's
You don't want to
all."
seem too desperate. Yeah, you don't want to seem too desperate.
Yo, the people in Korea try to be cool. Usually it's YouTubers, but Instagrammers, everything. Everyone too. But people that try to like take pictures with only other celebrities, and that's all they post on Instagram, or like it's not just people that like, yo, this is again, I'm just use Ryan Reynolds as my example. Oh my gosh, Ryan Reynolds selfie? Yes. Oh, next 5 years of Throwback Thursdays. But the
Mm-hmm.
people who are like only
Mm-hmm.
posting pictures when it's like they use it as their uh getting I don't know street cred resume, whatever it is, clout. I think that's
Yeah.
what
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
that more. Like cloud chasing, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That never
Bruh.
changed from high school. People that cloud chase and kind of like try to hang behind the cool people, hang behind them and all. You got some?
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. So Ariel Roberts in the chat, she said something that made me think of a story from us. Do most YouTuber foreigners have different personalities than they portray to their audience?
No.
And
But most of us aren't famous.
right. So it's really funny because it said YouTube foreigners, and well, I guess she was a foreigner. I would just say YouTubers in general. Remember the one show, not show, the party we went to, the Diet
Yeah.
TV party,
Mm-hmm.
and we were all dancing in the circle, or everybody was like in the circle.
Wait, you mean oh
Yeah,
my God, that one.
that party.
They went in, someone came in, we were all just because okay, screw that. Let's get this
Go for
story
it.
going.
Good story.
We were
Going.
cool because we were the ones that were like, I don't think we were first maybe, but like
Bro,
if we started getting on
we got that dance circle going. It was
that's right.
us.
I mean,
It
we
was
made
us.
it because it was so dead. And sometimes when they throw these events, like it's just people standing in the corner. So we went in the middle. We got the dance going. That's what makes you cool in a way. If you can like get the party going, right? And we did, and we were all dancing. And then, what was it? Some girl that was just on the couch area walks right up, starts dancing for a few seconds, gets her video, and it's gone.
Yo, Mesme was there.
Yes, Mesme was there. I knew it.
Yeah, I remember. Homegirl, she walked in when like she was doing her stream and whatever. I don't even know how I even heard her. And then she was like, "Oh y'all, I'm dancing. I'm with my friends." And she like pops into the circle and everything, and she's like dancing, and then like she leaves the circle, and it's just like,
oh, what?
Like who is that? like just completely just faking it, just trying to look good in front of her her people. I was like, bruh, really? Yeah. We gave each other that look. So
we did, man. We did. That was fun. That was years ago.
So there are some fakers out there, y'all. There are some fakers.
But let me shout out somebody who's like not quite the same on her name popped up in the chat earlier. She's not the same on YouTube as she is in person. Whitney Bay is someone who's totally like very different, but she's super real, super cool in person. Like she certainly, I don't know if she still does. I don't think she does as much, but she certainly had a character when she was out there on YouTube, and it was very upbeat, very over the top, and she was very different in real life, and it was not a bad change. She was great in real life too. It was certainly a character, but it was okay. Like, so there's some of those instances too, where it's like there's still good people. It's just like it's not the. If you think you're going to be going to a cafe with Whitney, and he's going to be like, oh my God, over the top. It's like that's not how she acts. She's a really good friend. She's cool.
Yeah, she's super laid back, very relaxed, very fun loving, and she's real. And I think because her and I, we've been friends since 2005. 14, I think, when I first met her, when I went to the Jubilee Church in Seoul. And so I was like, whoa, like this girl is really cool. And
I think I wanted to be friends with her, and you kept trying to make us meet or something, or
bro,
like
I tried my best.
Out one day. That was one where I'm like, oh, it'd be so cool to meet her,
bro. And we finally all went to Lotte World.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah, that was good time.
That was really good time. It's like the last time I think that was the last time I hung with her before she left and went to New York.
Yeah.
And so, but that was a fun trip.
But to answer the question deeply, are there people who are totally fake, just like high school? Absolutely.
Yes, there 100%.
Are. Like, and there are people that we had the story a little bit ago of the YouTuber who made a fake account just to troll this other YouTuber and made her quit YouTube to the point where it's like it was extreme trolling and it's just like it ended her YouTube career, and she was posting nasty comments about her family, her boyfriend, and it was someone who was super nice on her videos. And I know people that loved her, and I like something always felt off. But it doesn't mean they're bad when something feels off. It just means they don't like. We can tell sometimes when like that's not really them. But
yeah,
it came out, and it was just like, yeah, and that's just one example. I mean, there's people who are also, let's call them a character on YouTube, and you meet them in real life, and they're not the same person, but they're also not a cool person in real life either.
Yeah.
They could be, they could be players. They could be.
There's a lot of players out there.
They could be not social. Like, they don't want to help people. Like you would think like these YouTubers like, yo, let's mentor the younger kids. Like that was a big thing that we tried to do when the new YouTubers would come. It's like, yo, how can we help? That's why we did all these YouTuber events. And we weren't that popular, but a lot of the really popular people, like, they don't hang with us, man. Like, it's not. Nah.
No, I feel that now. Like, okay, so we might not hang with the popular people. Like, yeah, the Korean popular YouTubers, we don't really know per se. Not Korean ethnicity, but just more like their audience is mostly Korean. Foreign, I feel like, there's some popular folks that we do know and hang with. But there's some really popular ones we also just don't, just because the community is small. So, like, for example, I would still throw We Fancy in there. They're pretty.
They're OGs, man. They're OGs.
They're OGs. There's DK. We're cool with DK as well.
Shout out to our band. Don't forget.
Oh heck yeah!
Band Pira.
We need it. We're gonna get Danny on the show. I just want to get Danny up here.
Oh yeah.
Just because Danny's hilarious. Someone mentioned earlier they really wanted to meet Josh and Ollie.
Those kids are. I've met them a few times. No, I said hi to Joel at a Mockley place.
Yeah.
And he was there, so I said hi to Josh for the first time. And Joel, if they're anything like Joel, man, those guys are so cool. They're really nice. And even though they don't hang with us, they're also not like. Those might be like they're British, right? But it's like the all-American boys. Who's like they were good kids. Everyone's mom. Everyone's parents wanted their daughter to date them, but you wanted to hate them because they were so good, but they were really nice to you, so you couldn't. Yeah. Like that's them. They seem pretty legit as far as I know. I don't have stories about them.
I've heard nothing, and I've got no beef with them at all. So that's why I would really love to meet them. I know I met Joel. I've said like what's up to him a little bit, but like never really got a chance to really kind of hang with him, get to know him, and stuff like that.
I feel like we're the D-bags now, like just name dropping. I met Joel. Whatever, my friend. Like, friend
we are.
I'm in a band.
We are. We those guys. But it's okay. But because we got experience on us. That's one thing I've noticed is that even if we don't have like 200,000 subscribers, that's fine. That's fine. I do know that you and I have been around, and people know us.
That's what, and I haven't changed from high school. They'd be like, Alex? Yeah, he's cool. You know him well? Yeah.
I said Mesme's popular. She got like 6K. Got that silver button.
Oh, by the way, a shout out to the people who are saying hi. We're so in the topic. On the go with EFO. I missed her high a while back. Also, um, Yasha Sri went to my parents' university, Ohio University. Sounds like in Athens,
Really? I thought I
Ohio.
caught that.
Hmm?
Yeah, I thought I caught that.
Yeah, yeah.
Which,
So I went down there once, but oh yeah, yeah. So that's legit. So shout out from Ohio.
hmm. If you guys haven't done so, we got to shout out our girl Mesme. If you haven't subbed, please make sure you sub. If you she speaks mostly Spanish, so just go in there and go learn Spanish and just go listen to her talk. It's great.
Mhm.
And then she does like these random game stream now, which by the way, her game streams are actually pretty entertaining because she only plays scary games. She only plays
Mm.
horror games. And it's just watching Mesme play horror games and just listening to her. It's really funny.
Yeah, we should
So
make a
make sure.
channel called. We should bring Mesme back on like a show with us. Call it instead of like Korean Bros, since we're old now, like Korean men, Korean adults. See the same thing, except we're like not trying kimchi for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude, we need to do some of that. We need to do that. I would still go back to again, I need to do more studio videos and bring some of you guys in because I also realize, and this is a little bit off topic. I just feel like with my videos, they've gotten like I wanted Koreans to like react to like Black American stuff, but the more and more I've done like my planning, I've noticed that I've started to do more like videos about diversity and
Yeah.
like whether that's cultural diversity. I have some friends talking where I'm trying to get a Korean guy, a part of the LGBT community, to talk to a foreign guy in the LGBT community, just have a conversation. So it's like
Wow.
my ideas have just completely transformed, which I'm really happy with it because I know that it gives value. It's not just like top 5 places to eat at in Korea. I mean, I guess that could be like value, but after a while, how can we really do stuff? Really help
Number
people.
one, Mike's house. Number two, Alex's house. Number three, any place with Doc Galbi.
Heck
Number
yeah.
four, picnic at the Han River. Number five, I don't know, somewhere else.
So
So we need to
before
make those videos.
we need to make those videos.
I'm gonna make more.
So, so Alex, I was doing some thinking about the top 5 ways to become popular.
Oh, good, good. All right, you give me yours, and I'll give you mine.
Okay. All right. Okay. So here's mine. Ready? And I took the time to actually create something for it. Okay. So hopefully you can see it.
Oh,
Hopefully you can see it. Uh-huh. So
you
I
got
would
a PowerPoint
say
for us?
I do. So I would say number 5, guys. So if you want to be popular in Korea, this is, and as much as Alex and I have said that we are not popular, Alex and I also know people, and also that people know us. Mess me too. First way is this. Well, we'll start for number 5. Let me just make sure I get this right because I'm still learning StreamYard. Sorry, it didn't pop up when I thought it was.
And number 5, after the break.
There it goes. Wait for it. Hold on. I'm trying to get your face to come. Wait, that's me. Wait for it, Alex.
Number 5, learn how to actually use technology.
Okay.
Number 4.
Okay, screw it. So anyway, number 5.
Take me off. Can you not take me off?
I'm trying to get you to come under my picture. Okay, so we're just gonna remove Alex for right. No, I don't want to remove Alex. Hold on. Hopefully you stay. Hopefully you don't go anywhere. Uh-oh. Okay, no, Alex is still here. Okay, Alex is still here. All right. So number 1 is this is terrible, y'all. I guess I could just go to screen share. All right, so Alex is still with us. We're gonna bring Alex back on. You saw I just put up my brand. Hey, what's up, buddy?
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. Okay, so you can't see it, but the number 1 is basically to build your language. I'm going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and so
Okay.
I said build your language, which I don't think our audience can see that, but behind us it says build your language.
Build your language. That's absolutely number 1. We can even talk about why that is, because that's on my list too. Basically, yeah. Basically, it's been everything. Like, it's the base for everything. At least, especially after 2012, when everyone started learning Korean. It's
Mm-hmm.
the base. Why did you put it at number 5?
So I put it. There you go. You can see that.
There we
Bam.
go.
Still working on it, guys. We're still working on it. So, sorry, Nessa. There
There we
you go.
go.
Build your language. So I say this is important because, I mean, you can gain a little bit of popularity in a foreign community with just speaking English or whatever your language is. But I would also say that it's very limited. You're very limited. If you only speak English, you're extremely limited because there's so many more people who speak Korean in the country that if you don't learn Korean, one, it limits your opportunities. You're not talking to most of the people in the country, obviously, as well as like I think about all the people who have something going on for themselves in the community or they have a business. They all know some form of Korean. They might not be super fluent, but they actually try to learn Korean.
100%.
Right?
I'm just
What
gonna
about
add on to that. Basically, to go into more detail of why that's important too is when you make a lot of these connections, you meet people or you meet someone on, who's a producer. I guess talking about a producer, a writer, an editor, or
you?
something like that. Oftentimes they don't speak any English or your native language, and so you become popular because they say stuff like, "Yo, okay, Alex has been on radio before, or Alex has been on TV before, or Alex has done YouTube before, but don't worry, he speaks Korean," and that takes away a lot of the fear from these producers or business partners or whoever it may be, because they know that they can deal with you and they can work with you and they can tell you to, move your head slightly to the left, and you'll understand it and you won't cause a huge issue. Because the other thing it does, because that's a big part of it, is
Yeah.
you will get
Yeah.
connections by being introductions. Is by
Uh-huh.
speaking the Korean language, it conveys to Koreans that you probably also know a lot about Korean culture, and you'll
Bingo.
get the subtle cues, and you'll get when they're trying to tell you not to do that, but they don't say it directly. They'll know that they can trust that you understand that, one, you understand them, and two, that you will follow the social cues and social norms. So it's a lot of things, and that's why I think Korean language is my number one. But I think you're just making a fun list based on what I saw as your number one. So
Yes. Which is funny, because I actually have what you just said. It's a little bit later. So now let's go ahead and look at number 2. The next one is
boom, H, the letter H.
okay, the letter H. Good golly, Miss Molly. No worries, because I have it ready, y'all. Bam, I know what I'm doing. So number 4, going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 4 would be find a hobby.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I didn't think about that one.
Right? You got to find a hobby because I would say from my experience, a lot of the people who they don't find hobbies, what ends up happening, and correct me if I'm wrong, Alex, a lot of them, what ends up happening is they stay within their own community. Whether that's like they're an international school teacher, whether they're an English teacher, they stay within that community. They only know those people, right? And so literally, Korea never really becomes a home. It becomes a place of work. And so you kind of think of it differently. And I'm speaking, I guess, from that of a international school teacher where we get like a flight home every year. Like we get a ticket home every year. All right. And so I know so many people because they know Korea is not their home. They'll come, they'll work. As soon as it's break time, they're gone. They come back, they work. As soon as it's break time, they're gone. They never ever really get a chance to stay during the summer, Christmas break. They never really get a chance to truly interact with the country outside of their job, right?
Yeah.
And so any frustrations that they have, it's typically aimed at Korea, the country itself. Anything with the food, because they know they're not really connected with the country, they never really take time to enjoy the food. They never really take time other than to like eat barbecue, like kalbi. I'm trying to think like fried chicken. Like it's like
it's
the
basic. Come on, Karen.
It's the most basic Karen foods, and then also American fast food. And the American fast food places, that's all they eat. Oh, sorry. I just realized it says find a hobby. But then also I find that for me, with a hobby, I actually get connected to the people in the country. I step outside of my community, like I'm doing jujitsu, and I actually have friends who are Korean. And it's not just like people I pass by or people who just want to learn English. Like, hey, you want to do English study or you want to do a language exchange? Like, it's nothing like that. It's actually like, oh, okay, we can actually bond doing this activity, become friends. We could drink together, hang out together. Like, it's actually become something deeper. What about you, friend?
I mean, that's absolutely true. So again, I'm just gonna add on to it. And stop me if we had this conversation or it was me and Mark. I can't remember because last week has been a blur. But like, what's really cool about Korean hobbies is, you can really, and it's all around the world, but especially Korea, is you can really be cool in that community by being the OG, being the one who's been there a while. I think was it not us, or maybe it wasn't, but I was talking about CrossFit with someone too, and this goes for everything. We talk about biking, we talk about CrossFit, we're talking about running. You join one of these clubs, it's interesting because when you join the club and you see the people that have been there forever and they're like super buff or they're strong or they're like good at what they do or they're the leader, even like the Hyung or the Nuna or the Oppa or whatever, only you automatically put them on a pedestal of respect. And that is one way you can kind of have that popularity in a smaller group of people. I've only been in CrossFit for 5 months, 4 months, so it's not long enough yet. I still look up to people, but let me think of another example that we've been in YouTube for years. So like, there is a certain level of respect that we get. Like obviously, kids will be like, "Well, you guys aren't that popular. You don't know how to Twitch or whatever." I'm like, I actually don't have Twitch. But you don't know how to. You don't know how to. Oh my god!
You don't know how to TikTok.
There we go. Yeah. Oh no, that's great. That's 1 million views right there.
Yeah.
You nailed it. But super cool to become a part of the community, and they respect you more and everything you said. Plus, if you want to be kind of cool, just get good at a hobby or be passionate about a hobby and be in a club for a year. Being I was going to say 6 months, but being it for a year. And you get a certain level of respect, like even outside, when someone introduces you, like, oh, yo, this guy, like one of my dreams, right? If I could ever do this guy like bike to Chuncheon. That's how you introduce people, right?
Oh yeah.
Yo, Mike because he's a YouTuber, or you got to meet this person because he's climbed every tall mountain in Korea, or that's also how we bestow coolness upon people or to ourselves. We're giving ourselves clout. Like I know the guy who is like the top CrossFitter, but also you want to do a soul-getting, a blind date, and you like, hey, this is how you introduce somebody. If you don't have that, especially in Korea with blind dating, something you're good at, just something, anything, then it's like, well, this person likes cafes.
So I can imagine, like, if you do CrossFit and you make CrossFit friends, and someone sets you up with a blind date, and they set you up with another CrossFitter, bam,
your first day is going to be in the gym.
Well, I mean, which could be nice if you like being in the gym, but then okay, never mind. I'll shut up. This is a conversation for off air.
Yeah, that's what I was going with there.
Yeah, right.
I mean, you could just do your WOD in 30 minutes, and then that's your first date.
Yes. Okay, we'll stop there. You guys can read between the lines. Anyway, number 3.
We could do a clean and jerk.
All right, number 3. We're terrible people. Become aware of social norms and media.
Oh yeah, I get this. I get it. But you mean those are like almost 2 things? But explain yourself.
Okay. You're right. I would say okay. Those are way too different things. So social norm. I think you did it really well earlier, where you said social norms is really important. As you start to gain language, you start to really understand like social norms, things you should do, things you shouldn't do. I think what I meant by media is also this, like, and this is just my experience from Japan, is that also when you watch TV or listen to music and stuff like that, and I don't mean like you become like a hardcore fan, like you follow this group to like the end of whatever. It's more just like okay, I watch TV, I know what's happening in Korea, or
Mm.
like I watch this popular show, and there might be other Korean people who also watch the show, and I can joke about something on the show, and they get it. Then that's kind of a way to kind of be like, oh, you know that
Yeah.
joke, or oh,
Oh
you watched
yeah.
that, right?
Yeah. It gives you something to connect with them about, and they're usually really surprised. Like, did you hear about the cool grandpa trot singer this past weekend?
Hmm.
You're behind, bro. Just look up cool grandpa Korea. That's a new thing.
Is it the one that's a model?
No, 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 no. He's a trot singer, and like he did a show on KBS, but he was like super popular in the '70s, and just did his first ever TV show because of COVID-19. He couldn't do a real concert. Um, what's his Huna something Huna? Can't remember. Kim Huna, something like that. No, not Huna, not Huna.
That's that's a male's name. Wow, yeah, I can't find it. Or at least I can't like find. Hold on, where's this guy? No, this guy's taking over Instagram.
NAHOON
I'm
A.
sorry. Oh, Kim.
No, not Kim. Na
Nah.
Hun.
Okay. Hun. Ah. Oops, I found kids. Wait, how do you spell his name? Nah. H. Hold on. Spell. All right. Nah. Say it again. H.
HOON A.
HON. Oh, dash A. Oh. Oh. Oh, this guy's interesting looking.
Yeah, man, he's like a 7-year-old trot singer who just like ripped it on stage.
Oh wow!
So
See, I didn't even know that. Here, guys, I'll share this so you can see what I see. Uh, Screen share. Man, I use Zoom so much with my classes.
drop my
Oh,
face, get rid of my
oh,
face. There we
wait,
go.
wait. This is not it. Okay, right here. So this is it here. So I guess this was him when he was younger. Oh, the
Wait,
years of youth. Don't you just we just missed them. And
only you're
then
seeing this. Only you're seeing it, bro.
really,
Yeah.
why is it here? I'm not gonna say anything because some people in the chat they think they funny because they be like, "Oh, Michael, he's making so many, he's making mistakes. This is you typically, Michael." Anyway, I don't care.
Come on, Grandpa.
Okay, we're gonna try it one more time. All right, we're gonna try it one more time. See if I can get this right. We gonna get this right, y'all? Oh, no wonder because I chose literally the wrong tab. No wonder. Stupid me. Okay, where is he? Nah. Okay, here you go. I got it this time. Bam. This is him. This is him when he was younger.
Oh, dang. Who is this? Who is that studly of a man?
Right? And then this is him now.
Yeah, he crushed it on stage.
No, it's
I think
not
that's
even. So
like
even in
something
older
like
age, he doesn't look bad. He looks
I think
actually
like
pretty good.
2 hours ago.
Really?
Something crazy, right?
Yeah. That's nuts.
He's trending because he got 29% of the viewership when his show aired. 29% of anything on TV is
That's pretty good.
insane. Most
Pretty good.
dramas when they have their finales are like 21%. So if you hit
Really?
29% viewership on KBS TV2, not
Yeah.
even one, like man, you knocked it out of the freaking park.
Oh wow.
He did so good. They quickly made a special where they just re-showed the concert and then did a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff. They like put it out in less than a week because it's
Yeah.
like people wanted it, they craved it.
Wow. So this guy's pretty dude. This guy's pretty legit then.
He had a concert last year in May of 2019,
Yeah.
and like he's still popular offline with older people. Sold
Yeah.
out 30,000 tickets in 8 minutes. Like
Dang.
like BTS level, man, except for old people.
Uh-oh. He's coming for you, BTS.
I mean, he was trending higher than them for most. He was trending 50% of Naver search terms when the day after the show went on. Like it was insane.
My man. My man. That's what's up. That's what's up. I did not know about this guy. By the way, you ready for I'm gonna just do 2 and 3. You ready? Or 2 and 1. You ready?
All right.
All right. 2. I would say smile. Just a friendly smile. I mean, a friendly smile goes a long way. It truly does. And there were some people who I felt were like kind of afraid, like of me, until I started smiling, and they're like, "Oh, Probably because I'm black. But then also, I think just because they've been cat, get away from the background. No, don't jump up and touch that background. Okay, and then the last one, don't be a creeper.
Oh yeah. Also,
Guys,
that could be you could smile in a creepy way.
yeah, you can really smile in a creepy way. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. You know, and I feel that like foreign, and I could probably say this more to men than women, but like foreign men will come over and they'll be like, oh, because I'm a foreign man, oh, you know, I can get this lady and this lady, or they think I'm cool, or blah, 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 blah. And man, I'm telling you, women, they have the sixth sense where they can tell if a guy is either coming after them or if a guy is extremely nukihe or like extremely like slimy.
Mm-hmm.
They can tell.
Oh, yeah.
And then like I know some foreign guys who just creeped on Korean women, man, and man, I gotta tell you, their reputations suffer. It suffer.
And it's awkward when you see him doing it too, like, and you see it in action, you see it happening, and like, I'm not saying it looks like a train wreck. It just kind of, it's so hard to watch. It's so hard to look at.
It is a train wreck. It's a train wreck. But like just like a train wreck, you can't look away.
It's hard enough being a guy and like, because crashing and burning is sort of what we do. But then to do it in like epic style as a foreigner and think like you're and go in with a confidence that you only have because you heard someone say, "Oh, foreign guy, handsome," a couple of times.
Yeah, just because it was like, "Oh, I'm a star," or like "Chasing yes, then like you're like, "I'm God." Skip the Korean women.
Here's a fact: if someone says "Chasing yoso" the first time you meet them, it means nothing. If you're a foreigner, you could be "Chasing yoso." You could also just be the end of a "I'm trying to be nice to him" kind of thing. So
yeah,
like I think that was one thing about it that's interesting is that a lot of people get their coolness or at least their confidence as foreigners by hearing that so much when they get here, and not to just bring it out as the race card, but especially like white dudes who maybe have never been told that in their whole lives. Like they hear it so much that it sort of puts a sense of confidence in them that is, I don't want to say it's not deserved because I don't think people don't deserve to be confident about their looks. I think everyone should be. But there is that sort of confidence arrogance that comes out, or like, these girls want me kind of confidence. And that's where it becomes creepy. And I think that's why it happened for a long time because Koreans like, oh, handsome, handsome, handsome teacher, right? And you hear that enough and you're like, I am handsome. All right.
Here's a good continue, please.
Oh, here's it. And like some people hear that and they're like, oh yeah, I can get some. And then it gets creepy.
Here's a good point that that Mesme brought up. I think it's different as a girl. I avoid smiling here so the Korean agencies don't think I'm flirting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So as a woman, do you want to smile often? That's a good question.
I think that's tough too, because like, I don't know who's watching this video, but there's someone. Actually, there's a couple people. Like I crush on people all the time, so it's not a big deal. But now that I think about it, though, the people that I crush on, they're generally smilers. So like, that's an unfortunate conundrum. It's like because you don't want to smile at the wrong person because then you might attract a creeper. But at the same time, a lot of guys find, and maybe women too. I'm not sure. I think there's a study out there. Actually, there is one I can bring up in a second. But like the girls I crush on, man, they got nice smile. So that kind of sucks because you also don't want to smile and have an agency like totally creep on you.
Oh yeah, he's thinking like he's got a chance. So he just kind of does his like truffle shuffle over to you and everything.
Or apparently, I'm not the agency, but apparently I'm the one like, oh, I don't want to make him think that I'm into him. So like, don't smile at Alex now because now he'll think I'm, now he'll have a crush on me. That's not exactly what I mean. But you have a higher chance of being crushed on by me if you smile. It's just kind of my thing. It's my thing.
Right.
I like smilers. Oops, oh man, I'm gonna become the creepy agency if I don't get married by 60. Crap.
I know, right? Which, by the way, I say smile. It's funny. I threw that in there, smile, just because, and that was more from my experience, more than a recommendation to everybody. Just because also then there's people who just they have no reason to smile, so they don't smile. Rose is just like this. She has no reason to smile. She doesn't smile, right? And so people think she's always angry. And she's like, no, I'm not angry. I'm fine. I have no reason to smile. Versus me, I'm like, I walk around like that all the time, just like big grin.
Yeah.
Like, hey. And I think it's because I always have people saying hello to me, so I typically smile pretty often. But I still think that smiling is good. I can't really tell everybody to smile, even though I put it as number 2. But it helps. It helps with life. It makes you feel better.
I think in general, if you want to make it more applicable to everyone, overall positivity, and I know this is a personality-based thing, and I think this is on my list for general coolness or popularity or whatever you call it. Like, especially when you're, people like gossip maybe in high school, but especially when you're out of high school and college, nothing makes you more fun to be around than having a generally positive attitude in bad situations.
Yeah.
Or even in good situations, you have a nice, controlled, positive attitude. And so it doesn't necessarily be a smile, but no one wants to be no one wants to be with the people who complain about how cold the food is at the restaurant and they complain to the waiter. Nobody wants to be like the one who just sits there and says, oh, this part of Korean culture sucks and that part of Korean culture sucks. And I can't believe Koreans do this all the time. And like, why don't they ever learn? Like, we don't like being around those people, to be honest. Like, yeah, it's cool once in a while when it's like, yo, we got to talk about Sam. But like, for the most part, though, an overall negative view on Korea too. If you want to make it Korea specific, the people that have a super negative view on everything Koreans do and why don't they do it like Americans do or wherever else from. Those people are. We don't like them. If you've been here more than 3 years, we don't usually hang out with them very much.
No, we don't.
Now that I think about it.
So I'm looking at something Mesme said. Another way you can be pretty popular here, or at least you can survive, is walk away when a cult approaches you. Just walk away. If someone comes to you and say, I want to tell you about God the Father and God the Mother, then you need to run.
Yeah, that's different. That's not. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, right. You'll be sacrificing goats in no time.
Here's the top 5 not reasons that you can be super cool in Korea. Number 1, join a cult and be the spokesperson for that cult. Because I bet they want a foreigner who is represented at the top. It's like how do I not get political here? It's like when there's a person of a particular non-majority ethnicity that rises to the top of a party just because he's one of the only people of that ethnicity supporting a certain agenda in power right now. That was very around the.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, if you're into politics, you'll probably get where I'm going at. But
yeah, I love that. I love that Mesme. She's just like, you look very blessed. Follow us to this unknown building so we can do a ritual on you to bring you luck.
Well, first they become your friends, and they become friends. They get their phone number somehow, like your phone number. It's like, oh, we're doing like a Peace for God, no, a Peace for Korea super festival, interlinking happiness festival, and we're wondering if you would sign this petition for world peace. And you're like, oh, whatever. I've been drinking at Board and Mud Festival. I'll sign anything. And then like you find out 3 months later, it's like, I get my phone number to Shincheonji, son of a. Oh
yeah, right. Right, but I know that I gave my phone number. I was walking near Suwon Station one day, and Suwon is bad. Suwon is really bad because I think Suwon is like the headquarters for, I can't remember Shincheonji or if it was the Mother God. I think it's the Mother God because the Mother God cult actually is in Bundang, which is close to Suwon. And I remember I was approached by these 3 girls. And they just started talking to me. And then one of them, who was pretty cute. I'm not gonna lie. She was pretty cute. She was half Korean, half Russian. And so I was like, oh, what's up? She started talking to me and stuff like that. And, they wanted to invite me to this Christmas party or some kind of party. And then that's when I was like, okay. It's like that. Because I had some time under my belt by that point. And I was like, okay, something's going on here. And it's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted to be. So I was just like, I don't even think I even responded, or like I might have responded, but I never like was like, yeah, I'll be there, because I would have gone there and there would have been candles everywhere, and I would have seen like a cattle skull sitting in the middle of the room, and everybody's wearing like cloaks and crap,
Oh gosh.
and be like, bring forth the virgin. And like, if someone got a curved knife, I was like, no, not for me. Last thing I need to see is someone grab a snake, cut the snake, and then just like drink this. It's like, I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I left the fraternity years ago, man. I can't go back to this.
No, that's definitely a fraternity right there. So I just want to open it up. I know we're talking just crazy talk. Questions and comments from everybody out there.
Yeah. Give us something about that. I'll go ahead and link it with one last thing.
Please, link it. Can I give you the screen? Just so I'm a little thirsty, can I just go grab something to drink, but give you the screen?
Yeah. Or you can leave your screen on the background. It's cool too. It's just
they need to see all of Alex.
Oh my gosh.
He's so gorgeous.
I got my towel doing. This is embarrassing. You guys see my orange in the background up here? No, go get your drink. You're good.
Okay.
Got my little orange pillow, which makes you super cool sometimes. No, maybe not. But I was gonna say, and I'll try to speak loud enough so Mike can hear me. One thing that's really been helpful, and I don't want to say getting like Korean street cred, because it's not street cred, it's more like props from Koreans, is I noticed that by doing certain things better than Koreans that they don't do very well, they kind of like, oh wow, what you've done, man, you're more Korean than I am. And I know the first thing everyone out there is thinking is probably like, yo, you do chopsticks well. I mean, that doesn't make you cool anymore. Everyone does chopsticks. But like one thing I would do is travel, and I'd travel all over Korea. I love getting out there and trying new places. And they ask me like, yo, Alex, where have you been in Korea? Expecting like one or two answers, like Busan and Jeju. But then you drop in and it's like, oh, I've been to Gangneung and Sokcho and Donghae and Incheon and Muido and Daebu-do and Ganghwa-do, and haven't even gotten to Busan yet. And you start listing these places, and you're like, yo, you've traveled more than I have around Korea. And it's little things like that. Again, like it all comes back together. Like if you want to know what's cool or not, maybe this should be my conclusion. If you want to know what makes it as cool or not, imagine someone is introducing you on a blind date. What is it that they say about you? And if you can just think about like the top 3 things someone will say about you, that'll be not your level of cool, but that'll be what your coolness is often judged on. So do you run a business? Have you traveled all around Korea? Are you the top person on your biking squad or whatever? Do you love hiking? When your friend or when a random Korean introduces you to a Korean potential date, what do they say? And I think one of them was like, if you do certain things in Korea better than Koreans do, like learn a Korean dance. If you're younger, maybe you can do K-pop dances pretty well. Maybe if you're older, you can sing trot or something crazy. Or a whole bunch of Korean movies, or you're really into Korean dramas. I think that's something that can give you some, a little bit of a popularity boost in Korea. What is something that you can get involved in Korean culture that Koreans generally associate with them, and you're like, oh, this person, they know their stuff about Korea. And so that's that was one thing that we didn't really talk about. That's on my list. I should probably be reading the comments because I'm trying to like comment down here. Mike's gone. He can't get it. M feet. Alex,
no, I'm just chilling.
Where is your fave town in Korea that you've traveled to so far? Man, like tiny town, I really love Yangon. It's a small little surfing city above Gangneung on the west coast. The beaches on the west coast are so good. I can't believe this year I was supposed to go back, and of course didn't go back because of COVID. It's pretty dope. Like surfing, small community, a couple of different surf spots, I should say, with small communities there. But a bigger city was Gangneung, which is just south of that. And I always had fun there. Like there's a mini nightlife scene that's kind of cool, and they have the big long Gyeongpo-dae beach. And then if you keep walking, you can get all the way down to this thing called Anmo Coffee Street. And Gangneung is one of my favorite cities to travel to. But I do love everyone. But I guess if I want to tell you to try something new and different that's not Busan and Jeju, that would be it. So we're back apparently. Cool. I don't know. I tried to like link it over to see if anyone nice faces.
Thank
I
you.
tried to link it over and see if I don't know if anyone had any more questions about it though, because I don't see any new questions.
I don't see any new question. I do, but someone said something. I think it was on the go. Said something that I left out, but it's so true. Is that probably the number one way to truly be popular is to not try to be popular, but just be yourself. Just be you. And there's a lot of
There's
people who come to Korea and they're not themselves, and everybody hates them.
but there's a caveat there,
What's the
which
caveat?
is be you. It's cool, but I think it still goes back to be successful at something you like in that
Yes.
case, because
Yes.
there's still like anyone can be you and play video games all day and never get good at it, but even the cool video gamers become good at what they love doing.
Mm-hmm.
I still think there needs to be a level of accomplishment. It doesn't have to be like you're the best. You know, if you want to open a small coffee shop that has a few customers that are regular, that's fine. Or
Mm-hmm.
like that's awesome. But I do think it's cliche, but sort of being you don't have to be the best version of yourself. Just gotta be a pretty
Yeah.
good version of yourself. Like
Mm-hmm. Be
do
cool.
whatever you do with enthusiasm. Do whatever you like what makes you you, be yourself with enthusiasm, and that's what draws people to you. Because if you love Dungeons and Dragons, you really don't want to attract the football player jock unless he likes Dungeons and Dragons too. You want to find people who love what you do. And if you're enthusiastic about that thing like Dungeons and Dragons, then you'll find people who look up to you. And that's what makes you cool in a fulfilling way. If you're enthusiastic about doing YouTube, if you're enthusiastic about running, if you're enthusiastic about climbing, that's what allows you to be yourself and be cool in like a fulfilling way. And that's not Korea. That's just
Mm-hmm.
that was Alex's sermon for the day.
Nah,
I was
preach.
getting sorry, I was having fun.
Preach, brother. Preach. Mark's got to go, y'all. Peace out, Mark. Take care. Thanks for coming by. I always love you dropping by the streams. Thank you. Mesme says she needs to join CrossFit, even though she didn't technically say it. She's like, I use a lot of strength she says she can't even go up the stairs without complaining. Hey, join CrossFit, homie. Join that CrossFit. Sorry. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. It's my Cole and Now Secrets. Hit the notification bell. By the way, if you guys have not done so, make sure for our channels you hit that notification bell because you gotta know when we come out with content, even though YouTube is doing its best to screw us over and not send out notifications, or you guys get notifications like, I don't know, 2 days after something already happened. And also, if you have any questions, make sure you drop it. We'd love to answer those questions while we're still going. Got to get back to BJJ for sure after COVID, bro. I'm still going.
Yeah.
God love Mesme. Gonna watch y'all while I take out the dog to poo. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mesme.
I think we can kind of link that to everything though in Korea. Like if when you as long as you're doing what you do because you love it, you'll find people that love it too. So how to be popular in Korea is just do whatever you like doing. Maybe you like speaking Korean and just like kick butt at it and be cool. And people will like you for that. The Koreans will too, especially because it's kind of fun to talk to you and hang out with you and have a beer with you when you're like dope at Korean.
Mm-hmm. Would you say that is your final thoughts?
Yeah, because I think it's a universal thing. Like how to be cool in Korea is to do something that Koreans are impressed with or that they like or that other Koreans would enjoy, but it's not just about loving K-pop and kimchi. Koreans like sports. Koreans like reading. Koreans like hanging out and talking and finding cafes. Like, just do what you do, love what you do, and put some effort into it, and you'll be cool in your circle.
Exactly.
And you don't want to be like those uncool YouTubers who are faking it.
No, you don't. No. Or you send like messages threatening people and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I'm wrong for that.
You give us the wrap up, man. Give us your final thought.
All right, final thoughts. If you want to be popular in Korea, I think On The Go put it really well. On The Go said, be yourself, because a lot of people come out here and they try to be the new them. they kind of see Korea as a reset for them because they go into a place where nobody knows them. They have to kind of just start over, and at the same time, it is in a way, but don't become somebody that you're not. I think in high school, that was one of the biggest issues that a lot of us had is that we were trying to be somebody that we weren't, right? Mm-hmm. But then when you went to college, you were able to be you because you were able to find people who are very similar to you because college, there's so many people, you get that, right? So if you come to Korea, be yourself. Find that thing that you love, that you enjoy, become good at it, and then just do you. Do you, enjoy doing you. And if you're very comfortable in your own skin, I promise you, people will come to you. Be the light that you want. Be that light that draws in the moths rather than trying to always find it yourself.
I can dig it. I can dig it.
Just drop this. That mic drop.
You're killing it, man. Yeah, people shouldn't come to Korea just to reinvent themselves. I think the coolest part about coming back to Korea was we didn't just we got to re-become ourselves. We got to show people again who we are, and we got to find that person again. Don't reinvent yourself. You know, the only mistakes you should be making up for is in America you tried to be someone else. Now you're in Korea. Now it's your chance to be yourself and freaking love what you do. And if you make a YouTube channel, preach positivity. That was one of our things today, right? Be positive.
Be positive. Preach positivity. Don't come to Korea and always be negative. In your YouTube video, I mean, sometimes people love getting those likes and those views, and they're like, Korea is this, Korea is racist, Korea is this, Korea is that. If your videos are always like that, and you're always actually looking at Korea as just like, the food here sucks. There's a lot of vegetables. And Korean people are very rude and this and that, which, you know, there's people like that everywhere. And yes, there are some things here that I don't like, but there's way more things here that I love than the things that I don't like. Right? So, and then, and the random dude that's outside puking that's drunk. Like, I mean, things like that I find entertaining. So that's one of my pluses right there. That guy who you're like, yeah, you should have stopped on bottle 2. Love it. So guys, if you want to move to Korea, come. If you want to be popular in Korea, come. Be yourself, gain friends. But if you want to be super popular like Alex, then you need to study Korean and get on radio and TV. That's a different story though.
Sup, Ren? You are super positive, Ren. You are fun to be around.
Oh, Ren's so cool. I haven't seen Ren in a minute. I love Ren. People move to Korea, start a YouTube channel, and do nothing but complain about Korea. It's annoying. Like, go back home. Yeah, it's because it brings views. Oops, sorry. So it is 10:23, Alex, and I know you gotta get relaxed. I'm gonna see you up here in Incheon. It's gonna be nice hanging out with you, brother.
It will be good. I'll see you. We'll work out or something because that's what you said before I came on air, right? We're fighting it out. We're duking it out.
Yeah, heck yeah. So I'm like, my core is just like super tired from just doing the squat cleans.
Yeah, and I'm like and I'm still hungry. That was enough food.
All right. Oh, by the way, you had a quick question. How did you study Korean, Alex?
You did it. I did it every way possible. I went to class. I went to language exchange. Someone I dated early on didn't speak English. Like, that wasn't my intention of dating her, but that helped. I tried it when I was a teacher. I tried it with my co-teachers. I learned online. I learned, talk to me in Korean. Like, I did everything. And for me, that was the right way to do it. Learn a language learn a language of what works for you, because all that matters is you have to want to go back to studying. So if you hate reading textbooks, don't learn Korean by reading textbooks. Just it's back to what you love. Like, do whatever gets you back in that Korean studying mode. If you love watching dramas to study Korean, learn a few vocabulary words from the drama every day. No, I will not do those burpees.
Do those burpees. When can they get a poster?
Oh man, where is that poster? I should have brought it out today. That needs to be on my back wall. That should be right here.
Right there. Yeah, right there. That's your home studio. I was going to show you guys the poster. Compliments of Rose. I've been watching out, so I'm trying to clean my space. The one thing I do love about doing these live streams, like I like the old live stream, but these live streams, you guys can kind of just like listen to us. Oh, there
This
it
was
goes.
great, Rose. Thank you, y'all. Amazing. This is our first ever poster, limited edition because it's only the 5 band members actually have it. So, boom! Don't forget, we're working on our album right now. I should just forget my YouTube channel. But the Pira, where the album is recorded. We're just mastering and editing it now. That's what's up. Thanks, Rose.
Yeah. So, dude, I didn't even subscribe to Pira because I thought it was a different channel. You posted a video on different channels, didn't you?
I mean, I've posted random videos in random places. I don't know. I don't know what we posted. There's a Pira YouTube channel somewhere. Oh, and there's another one that's not a Pira YouTube channel. It's like the company that we signed with, because I think we have a distribution company. So
yeah,
there is a distribution company channel, and there's a separate Pira music video channel.
Someone said, on the go said, "Less blood, please," in the video.
Oh yeah, next one's got less blood. Don't worry about it.
So make sure that you guys follow the man. You guys have more views on this video than I've gotten in a long time. 26K. Make sure you guys follow them, please. Follow that channel. So we want them to make it big. So I'm so happy for you guys.
Concert eventually. Let's get this album out, and then we'll do concerts. Come on, Kobe, go away. All right. Love you guys. Peace. Thanks for the comments. I do read the comments, so I haven't responded to all of them because this is actually pretty good. We actually focused on topic today, Mike. Nice
we did. Thank you. Hey, planning, baby.
That's all it takes. All right. With that being said, because this is only tea and not wine, I will go out on cue this time, and not too early.
Mine, on the other hand, is not tea.
Vodka?
No, wine. So I've been sipping that the entire stream. So
you need carbs, bro. You need carbs.
And those carbs. Get out of here, man. I'm gonna message you later.
Cool. I'm gonna leave the chat room. Goodbye, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe.
Later, Alex.
And just be cool. Peace.
Be cool. Peace. All right, so that was our boy Alex. So thank you guys for tuning in. The show as of now is called Southern Comfort. We are still trying to find a good title. I thought about K-Town Crusaders. Alex was like, yeah, but the people out in California might be upset. In Atlanta, they might be upset because K-Town is out there. So I was like, okay, so then let's not do that. So as of now, it is Southern Comfort because, hey, I'm from the South. And then also the SO and the KO are different colors for South Korea, right? Southern Comfort. So yeah, I'm loving it so far. I'm glad you guys love it. We have to decide what is our topic next week, but to my knowledge, our topic for next week is looking like either are you beautiful in Korea, or are you sure you want an international relationship? Or we might talk about ridiculous stories in Korea. Ooh, SoCo segments. I like that. I'm going to write that down, actually. SoCo segments. SoCo segments. So, again, don't be surprised if, like, if the thumbnail changes and the show changes. Later on to go. Thanks for coming. K-Town Cruisers. I'm telling you, someone could be like, you're not in K-Town. You're in Korea. I was like, well, that's super K-Town. So, Liana, thanks for coming by. I didn't even say what's up to you. What's up, Liana? Thanks for coming to the stream. International relationships. How to move to Korea. That's a good question. Get a job. Hopefully the company gets you a ticket and have 2 suitcases. I'm interested, LOL, and you know why. Oh yeah, I know why. International relationships. Southern Comfort. I know. I noticed that like Comfort looks like Mortal Kombat, right? Who knows? We might talk about international relationship. We already did dating, so maybe we should talk about relationships. Which international relationships can be great, but they come at a price. They come at a big price. And now being married, I know the price. Well, there's a few prices. So it's just really depends on if you're willing to pay it or not. Which I get my wife's all right. She's kind of cool, so I'm okay at paying it. Don't tell her I said that. She'll come after me. She's cool. Yeah. Real estate in Korea. Oh, I don't even know that. Can you doing the shows? It's a fun format. Thank you. Thank you. It's hard to just produce content these days. Like my actual like YouTube videos, it's really hard to edit. I've been so busy. Since last time I talked to you, I have not touched that video with Jinsun and our other friend Diet where they're eating Southern food. I haven't touched it because I've been so busy every single day, guys. It's been stressful. So now I'm trying to find that time and get that content to you. It's just really funny because this is my show. And then like my actual YouTube videos like are not even like, yeah, they're not connected, but I kind of like doing that. So anyway, I like my videos like this because they initiate conversation and we should have conversation. So, and no Rose today. She didn't chime in today. Would you pay for someone to edit it for you? I would. I would. The only problem is that with these, and you have a day job. Yeah, I do have a day job, and my day job is long. I would say I do have someone editing my content. The only problem is that with certain videos they can't because they speak Korean in it. So how about finding friends in times of COVID? That's an interesting video. How to start business in Korea or even networking in SoCo. I have to like talk to people up here. Some people I know who have businesses like clubs and bars in South Korea. I have to call them up and see if they want to get on. Because I know a few people in Itaewon that have like bars and stuff in Itaewon that I can go to and just like hang out. Being a single mom in Korea, oh, you should have Ren on here. I was like, I don't know any single moms, but yeah, actually I do. I know, yeah, I do know one, don't I? Thank you, Nicholas, for Icky. My content is great. I really appreciate that. It's nice to hear that sometimes because sometimes I think my content is garbage. I appreciate that. So, with that said, it is 10:32. I thought I might go play a little bit of Apex Legends, but who knows? My cool merch, as of now, all I have is stickers. I should talk to Megan Bowen. I should. I think either what we'll do is now that the show's in this format, the big difference between this and the way I did it for those who've been with me for a while, you remember when I used to have like Gina and Rachel and stuff, we were doing like it through Skype and stuff like that. StreamYard is so much stronger of a program. So now I'm more willing to bring in other people. So I probably will get back in Whitney Bay. I probably will bring, I'll probably will check with Megan. I don't know Megan. That's the thing. Like we know each other, but like we're not like close. I also know Korean Unni, but we're not close. Like Xander knows her more than I do. What's up, Cabby? Welcome. You caught us on our way out, actually. But I don't know. I might talk to Korean Unni. My audio weird? Is my audio bad, bro? Where do foreigners have the most trouble getting around in Korea? I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Go support Itaewon, everybody. Go support Itaewon. It's dying slowly. I need to go out. You get close while doing a collab. Yeah, I should. My crossplay on Apex seems to be on now. Let's play for real. Oh, I didn't know you had it, bro. Yeah, I'll get on soon. Oh, Young. It's okay. Like, we're about to finish, though, Young. 괜찮아요. 괜찮아요. 사과하지마. Seyo. Like our videos. I'm dying for a friend to have coffee with in the AM, but I keep getting women that are only interested in sleeping with me. It sucks. Well, lucky. Oh, not lucky, but you must be the man, bro. So I'm all lonely at home. I know. I gotta. Yeah. But who knows? Maybe it's also the place that you've been looking for women too. That can make a big difference. Mike, please talk to Taylor Attack to talk about Korean beauty standards. Oh, I know her. That I do know her. So I think she would be happy to come on here. Mr. Last Minute. So we just got rid of Alex, though. That's it. Well, not got rid of Alex. Can you have Malia and Jay back on? I could ask them too. So I guess I do know a lot of people. My dog tried fighting. No, your dog would probably get eaten. You better be careful. But I don't know. Korea's big dogs. They're not like really big. I need to do more skits with me, right? So I guess thank you guys for the idea. So I will actually talk with Alex because the people who we were looking at bringing on was definitely Danny. Danny, we're looking at bringing on. I probably will bring back in Whitney for sure. And then I'll talk to either Korean Unni or like I don't know, or Megan or something. And hopefully we'll get at least 4 of us on here one day or something, and then we'll do like a bigger thing, which will be fun. Who knows? I might get the Korean Bros on here. That might be fun. If I can get JK on here, that'd be fun, wouldn't it, Mesme? Sky City. Yeah, I need to get Sky City back or on here. I never had him on here. Good luck bringing a Pitbull to Korea. So anyway, you guys, I want y'all to have a great night. Make sure you keep checking back in on the channel. Please make sure you keep checking back in on the channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, and some teaching stories. My teaching story is a little bit different though, because I never taught English, which most people here teach English. But anyway, like, subscribe, and yeah, you guys be cool. I want to join next time for topic. Mesme, we'll have you on anytime you want to come back. I will always have anytime. You just got to request it, and I'll bring you on happily. So Mesme's for next Wednesday, guys. She'll be on the show again. So see you guys on Discord. Peace. Oh, I didn't end it yet.